I remember a gentleman calling me. He was called Karori Oliver.
Okay.
And now he's a legal advisor or something. He sits in State House. Okay. And I remember him calling me and telling me, akajiintroduce, alafu akaniuliza uko wapi, nikamwambia tu niko hizo siku nilikuwa naamka navaa nguo ni kama ninaenda kumit president every day. Hata kama ninaenda kupeleka nini kwa laundry, nilikuwa navaa official. Because one of my mentors always told me, anytime you can get a phone call and you need to meet the president, will you start looking for shoes? So those days I used to wake up, I dress. If I have a show in the morning, I do my show in the morning. I go and have Nini at Java. I had just come back to the country, so I didn't have many friends. So I was like chilling, reading the newspaper, doing some research on politics. So that day I got a phone call. I had come from a show. And that time I'd started doing shows, many shows. And there's one show that I'm told that the president really liked. I did a show on, there was a, unakumbuka ile scandal ya office of the deputy president, alafu kuna security guard aliuliwangwa, ile ya kina Echesa.
Yes.
Ati walikoningi sijui, allegedly they conned some people in the, and using the deputy president's office. So it was really on the news. And I just come from nje. Na watu walikoniwa ni wazungu. Do you remember that thing?
Yes, I know.
So every media house, because we are still colonized in the mindset, was reporting how wazungu wamekoniwa kwa ofisi ya deputy president. Okay. And the reporting it, ilikuanga woi wazungu wetu wamekoniwa. Hao wazungu waki wamekoniwa then kwa ofisi ya deputy president. The thing that was really pissing me off is, so watu wazungu wamekoniwa, sisi tunakoniwangwa every day. Mbona sasa hii make news juni mzungu? From my perspective. Okay. From my perspective, because I just come back to the country, I have been living outside the country.
Umetendwa.
Nimetendwa. So I'm like, sasa nimerudi Kenya alafu wazungu wanaonewa huruma hapa. What the hell is this? That is how I was thinking about it. So when I took that show, I remember saying, I don't understand what the big deal is. Is it the conning or the fact that they are white? And by the way, these white people who allegedly have been conned, did they have work permits? Because you keep saying they're businessmen. So I started asking, did they have work permits? Were they in the country legally? Next day, my sister is here. The newspaper, all the newspapers, it's like the journalists had forgotten their work. So when niliuliza, did they even have work permits? Ni kama wakaenda, by the way, hiyo kitu wamesema, hebu tuende tukaangalie. So the next day, the newspapers in the front page, businessmen were here illegally on tourist visas or something like that. So my sister called me and told me, now you're shaping the narrative. Now you're directing people. This sister of mine was sitting here. Yani alikuanga zile za sasa umeelewa the power of knowledge and community. We were happy. Tukajiklapia vizuri tukasema, huyo ni mimi. Kudos. So, me, I continued with my life. I continued doing shows for like 3 or 4 weeks. Then, now what I'm being told, that show apparently, when the deputy president then, the president watched it, he was like, you see, someone who's putting more thought process, not just a smear campaign. So I akaanza to take note of my shows. That's what I'm told. This I can't verify. Then akaanza kuwauliza, nitafutieni umama. Of course, cock blockers. You know how cock blockers work. They make sure that, kama huyu ameitishwa, wacha to make sure sifike. So they kept on saying they couldn't find me, apatikani, nini. Then on that particular morning, I was on a show and apparently I was speaking to the Hustler Nation movement. Without being briefed, I was talking about Hustler Nation. So then apparently he said, na mbona mjapata huyu mtu? And then apparently Oliver picked up the phone, looked for my number, called me. So he called me, introduced himself. He just said, nini uko wapi? And those days I was meeting anyone. So he said, we meet at Tamarind. So we went to Tamarind. I went to Tamarind, I was waiting, akakuja. Akaniambia ako in a hurry, come we go tukafika kwa parking. Akaniambia enter mechanic. Akaniambia bana mimi siwezi ingia gari yako, mimi sijui ni nani. I'll follow you. So he was surprised like, oh, you have a car. Like, yeah, damn, I have a car. What do you think? As in alikuwa zile za mimi unataka kwanza kunibeba kwa gari yako ndogo na mimi by that time ninasukuma gari. So I'm like, no, nitakufuata nyuma. So tukafuatana. Pere. Wacha, my heart is beating. Karen, hey, turn, hey. Oh my God, is this what I think it is? Then we entered the residence. Let me tell you. Hata ukienda uone picha yangu ya kwanza nilipigwa na Ruto. Wewe mimi, I was over the moon and there's nothing you could do about it. That's how I was recruited. And do you know why I was so excited? That time I was very close friends with a child of a very senior politician. And I was telling them, I really want to join politics. Bana nisukumie sasa. Na alikuwa ananiambia chill man. You just go back to the country man. You just chill. Sasa unaimagine sasa.
Kumejua ni nani.
Sasa unaimagine sasa. Nimepigwa picha na Ruto. Yo, I was like, let me tell you, I'm not chilling. Me, I'm in this camp. I am dying for this camp. This person has seen my potential. This person has seen where I want to go. Yani, and you know, that's the thing that Ruto has. Like, when you get to his space, you are sold. You are sold. Unatoka hapo wewe sasa umebatizwa, unaimba tu sifa. Because he really has a way to, let me say had. Now a lot of things have happened. That time he really had a way to win over the masses and individuals. That's why people like Hussein Mohammed left their jobs in media. Bana ukiingia wewe room kitoka, wewe una preach to Ruto. So when I entered, I came out, I had found a new calling. You know, we are bringing Kenyans to the right side, the Hustler Nation movement. If you talk to my family, they used to think I am nime rogwa.
This was the photo?
No. This one is juicy. If you go on my LinkedIn, and then you go to just photos, then you just scroll down. The first photo I ever met Ruto, oh my goodness, you can even see I'm glowing. I'm like, I am in power, guys. Yani leo nimeamka tu nikiwa raia, next nimeamka ninasalimia nani. But in those days, you know, he had sold a message and he had embodied this vision of a new Kenya. That's why we all went and voted for him.
That's what I've been saying all along.
Yeah,
nobody's listening.
By the way, those days, mtu asikudanganya hapa timu kwa mnajua Ruto angekuwa venye yako saizi. No. Those days, and then remember, he was being persecuted. The same thing that he's doing to Rigiji now was being done to him.
Yeah.
So he was the underdog.
So you met him that day?
So I met him that day. And then it was he was sitting like this, the way you are sitting in an office. And then Oliver was there and I sat there. Akaniuliza, how are you? What's your name? Nikaongea kila kitu. Oh, and you know. But he had to slow me down because I was like, wow. And then he said, no, I think you're doing well. I think you need to join my team. Nini. Alafu akani hand over kwa communications team.
Gloria Orwoba never imagined that one bold TV show would change her life forever. But it did. And it did so in the most unexpected way, pulling her from the screen straight into the heart of Kenyan politics, with none other than William Ruto paying close attention. It all started when she hosted a fairy show where she fearlessly tackled a sensitive scandal linked to the deputy president's office. While most people were sympathizing with foreigners who had allegedly been conned in a fake arms deal involving former CS Rashid HSR, Gloria took a different route. She boldly asked, did they even have work permits? That one question shifted the entire nation conversation. Her approach was sharp, unapologetic, and rare. Viewers, analysts, even people in high places took notice. The buzz was immediate. Word started going round that Gloria wasn't just another talking head on the TV show. She was shaping the narrative. And quietly watching from afar was Deputy President William Ruto, impressed by her no-nonsense attitude and refusal to be dragged into smear campaigns. Ruto reportedly told his team, find that girl. But weeks went by with no connection made, until she struck again, this time on a different show, where she passionately defended the Hustler Nation narrative. She had no prior briefing, no script from Ruto's people, just raw conviction. That was the final spark. Ruto's team sprang into action. His legal advisor, Olive Karuri, finally tracked her down. What followed was a phone call, then a meeting at Tamrin Hotel. Gloria, being the bold woman she is, refused to be shuffled in the deputy president's car. She drove herself there. That confidence impressed Ruto even more. Later that evening, she was taken to the DP's residence. There, everything changed. What began as admiration turned into a formal recruitment. Gloria Orwoba was no longer just a fierce TV commentator. She was now in the system, and now just anywhere but close to the very top. Her journey is a powerful reminder. Speak truth boldly, and the world will notice. In Gloria's case, even the president noticed. Follow us on all our platforms for real-time updates, in-depth analysis, and bold discussions that matter. From all of us here at Sauti Mzalendo TV, stay safe, stay engaged, and keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep believing in a better, stronger nation.